welcome to CNN Today, the most trusted journalism in your language. I'm Bianca Goladriga. We tell you today's major global stories in about 5 minutes. It's Wednesday, July 24th. Here is your CNN. Kamala Harris has already got the support of enough delegates to secure the Democratic nomination, and her campaign says that it raised more than $80 million in the first day of her candidacy. MJ Lee reports.
Kamala Harris stepping into the brightest political spotlight of her career. The vice president making her inaugural visit Monday to what had been, until Sunday, the Delaware headquarters of the Biden-Harris campaign that quickly transformed into the Harris campaign. Harris rallying campaign staff at an unprecedented political moment. Following President Joe Biden's stunning announcement Sunday to drop out of the 2024 race, Harris earlier on Monday paying tribute to not only the president's first-term record.
Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history.
But also his character and his patriotism.
His honesty, his integrity, his commitment to his faith and his family, his big heart, and his deep love of our country.
With just 3.5 months until Election Day, Harris now running full steam ahead, with Biden's full support and endorsement in hand. The new Harris campaign quickly staffing up and welcoming a boon in fundraising. Team Harris boasting an $81 million haul in its first 24 hours, while Future Forward, a major Democratic super PAC, securing $150 million in commitments. Major Democratic donors making clear to CNN the money drought is over. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who worked largely behind the scenes to nudge Biden towards his decision, publicly endorsing Harris on Monday. Other high-profile Democrats widely seen as having presidential aspirations of their own or potentially ending up on a future Harris VP shortlist, also getting behind Harris.
Meanwhile, the Harris campaign making a clear pitch to the social media generation after British pop star 찰리Xcx called her a brat, which is her popular new album. Sunlan Serfati explains.
It is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
Vice President Kamala Harris seizing the reins of the moment.
We have 106 days until Election Day, and in that time we have some hard work to do.
Moments after President Biden called her to say he was stepping aside, Harris launching into action, working the phones for 10 hours to trigger her deep network of support.
I'm just living that.
Meantime, in the time since Biden's announcement, Harris is getting a boost from social media. The memes are also attracting attention from new, younger voters, bringing new energy to even old moments. Harris quoting her mother last year,
"You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?"
now becoming something of a rallying cry for her campaign, with senators and supporters posting coconut trees as signs of support.
Very honest, it's very blunt, a little bit volatile.
And pop singer 찰리Xcx declaring Kamala is brat, a reference to the singer's latest album and viral meme of the summer.
But it's brat, you're brat, that's brat.
Yeah, I wanna dance with me.
With Harris's campaign quickly embracing and running with the vibe.
And one call among the many, many calls Harris made over that 10-hour period on Sunday was to her pastor from San Francisco, someone who has been in her life for so many years. And we are told this is one of the very first calls she made and that the two spent some time praying together.
China has brokered a Palestinian unity agreement. Hamas, Fatah, and other Palestinian factions signed the deal to end their divisions in Beijing. Mark Stewart has the details.
China is trying to establish itself as an alternative to the West. And as it deals with challenges here in Asia, it's also trying to develop a role as a political player in the Middle East. In the case of talks between Hamas and Fatah, we actually saw earlier discussions hosted by Beijing back in April. And if we look back even further, since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, China has tried to serve as a leading voice for nations condemning Israel and calling for Palestinian statehood. The Middle East is a part of the world where the United States has long been a dominant power, and experts have questioned if China can have the same geopolitical clout. Yet last March, Beijing played a role in helping to establish better relations between Saudi Arabia and Iran after diplomatic friction.
Thank you so much for watching CNN Today, the most trusted journalism in your language. We'll see you tomorrow.